All right, welcome into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you with this week's MLB Power Rankings. Thank you, everybody that came out during last week's episode. We had a little bit of a technical issue at the beginning of last week, but eventually got that figured out and got some good views and comments over there as well. So good stuff, everybody. We'll get into this week's stream coming up. We have the Mets and A's today. A full week of Mets stuff here. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Mets against the Twins. The Wednesday game is a 1:00 start, so make sure you're prepared for that. And then a 4-game set starts with St. Louis Thursday, Friday, and Saturday there on the screen. But then next Sunday's stream will say show up next week. But good stuff, everybody. So we'll hop in here. We'll get into the top 30. The bot will post a link there as well, so you guys can download the PDF version of this information. But good stuff. Let's wait to see if we get anybody hopping in here. No votes in the poll yet as well. All right, listen to that there. All right, let's go. Coming in at number 30 this week, same as last week. The Colorado Rockies right now, 3-11 on the year, 2-8 over their last 10. Struggling offensively, not in the top 15 in any of the big categories. 18th in average, 30th in runs, dead last there. 18th in hits, 28th in home runs. That's shocking, and 20th in stolen bases. Pitching is struggling as always. Bottom 5 in every category. They're 29th in ERA. 27th in runs, hits, and home runs allowed, and 30th in strikeouts. So not doing too well there. They got one more against San Diego before having to face the Dodgers. Then a day off, and then they play the Nats. So things to get worse there in Colorado. But let's keep going here as we wait for some people to hop in. Coming in at number 29, the Minnesota Twins, down 8 spots from 21 last week to 29 this week. 4-11. On the season, 3-7 over their last 10. Struggling offensively as well. 28th in average, batting .204. 24th in runs, 23rd in hits, 24th in homers, and 26th in stolen bases. Pitching, middle of the tier in a lot of the categories, but giving up a lot of hits there. 21st in hits. So they finish up with Detroit today. Then they got 3 against our Mets. Before a day off on Thursday, and then they have the Braves. So we'll see where the Braves are right now. The Braves are struggling early on this season as well. So good stuff there. And let's go up to number 28. Same as last week, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're 5-10 on the year. 4-6 over their last 10, so playing a little bit better, but still struggling offensively. Batting 190 as a team. Only 50 runs in those 15 games. Not many hits as well, so struggling there offensively and struggling pitching-wise. Kind of 21st in ERA, 25th in runs, and 23rd in hits, but only giving up the second fewest home runs and have the 9th most strikeouts. So good stuff there for the Pirates on the pitching side. They'll get that figured out as well. One more with the Reds before 4 with the Nationals. And then they got a series with the Guardians there, so we'll see. I think Pittsburgh is better than 28th when the season keeps moving forward, but right now, struggling. So good stuff. Let's keep going here before some people hop in. Up 2 spots from last week, the Atlanta Braves. They are 4-10 on the year, so still struggling. Still a lot of injuries over there for the Braves. So I expect things to get much better for the Braves. They started off 0-7 and now 4-10. So pitching, actually, I'm surprised their pitching is. I know they're waiting for Strider to get back, but struggling a little bit over there. 20th in ERA, only 11th in runs though. 20th in hits allowed, 24th in home runs allowed, and 19th in strikeouts. So bottom tier there. And offensively struggling. I know Noah Cunha But man, did not expect the 17th in average, 29th in runs. Wow. So next to last in runs. One more with the Rays, and then another tough matchup for them with Toronto, and then Minnesota. So we'll keep an eye on the Braves there. I do expect the Braves, once everybody starts coming back, to be in the top half of this ranking system here. Coming in at number 26, the Chicago White Sox. Even though they won a couple, I believe they won a couple here against the Red Sox. I don't know what it is with the White Sox and Red Sox. White Sox seem to have that number. But yeah, struggling on the year. They are down 3 spots from last week to number 26 here. 4-10 on the year, 2-8 over their last 10. Struggling offensively. Pitching fairly decent. Top 10 in ERA. 5th fewest runs. 5th fewest hits. 8th fewest homers. Not striking out batters, but doing all right there. One more with Boston today before a day off, and then they have 3 with the A's, and then they play Boston again. So I believe that series will be in Boston, where this one's in Chicago. So coming in at number 25, Fitzy says, did I do this? Yes, Fitzy says the White Sox should be number 1. No, they're 4-10 on the year. Just because they have your number doesn't mean anything. It's like the A's having the Mets number. I don't get it. But let's keep going here. 26 and 25. I'm still calling them the Oakland A's right now. They were 20th last week, 25th this week, so they've dropped 5 spots. 6-9 on the year, 4-6 over their last 10. One more against my Mets today. We'll be live for that one. Then they have the White Sox and the Brewers. They're doing okay offensively, 10th in average, 13th in runs, 6th in hits, 5th in home runs. They're not doing good in the stolen base category, but pitching, struggling in that minor league ballpark there. 27th in ERA, 30th in runs allowed, 28th in hits allowed, 26th in home runs allowed. And it's good they're playing the Mets, because the Mets apparently can't hit in the minor league ballpark either. So we'll keep an eye on Oakland. I do expect Oakland to be in that 20 to 25 range most of the year. So let's keep going. Sorry, my phone just buzzed. So good stuff. Fitzy, if you want to hop in, you're more than welcome to. We can talk some baseball, but if not, no worries. Let's keep going through number 24 here. Kansas City, down 5 spots from number 19 last week. 7-8 on the season, 5-5 over their last 10. They got one more with the Guardians, 3 against the Yankees, then Detroit series. So it doesn't get easier for Kansas City. I expect this team to be better than this. Definitely a top 12 to 15 team, but struggling. Yeah, offenses right now is hurting. 23rd in average, 28th in runs, 21st in hits, 29th in home runs, and 14th in stolen bases. Pitching is okay. 6th in ERA, 13th in runs. But yeah, tough schedule coming up there with the Guardians, Yankees, and Tigers. All right, let's keep going here through the top. Let's get to the top 20 here, and then we'll look at 21 through 30 again and see who we think won't be there at the end. Baltimore here. Baltimore for 16th last week. They're 23rd this week. I did not like Baltimore's offseason. I didn't think they'd get off to a bad start, but here they are at 6-8. And some more tough matchups coming up. Another one with Toronto. 3 against Cleveland. Then they face Cincinnati. Right now, pitching is the problem. Offense, middle of the pack. They're 14th in average, 14th in runs, 17th in hits and home runs. Nope. I don't know why that changed on me like that. That's not good. Nope. Something happened, because it's got San Francisco at 23. I see Fitzy hopped in, but I don't see him. Whoa, there he is. Let's bring Fitzy on. Hold on, Fitzy. Add the stage. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much other than trying to bleach my eyes from that 11-1 loss.
Oh, yikes! I got to see what's going on here. It just put San Francisco at number 23 for some reason, so I got to go over and check to see what happened.
Ooh. Come on, San Francisco.
Huh?
I said, come on, San Francisco. Beat the Yankees. One more game, please.
Yep. Then they got 4 against Philadelphia.
Ouch. Is it in Philly?
I don't know. I can check that here in a minute, but let me see what's up with. Always something with modern technology.
Yes. Always something, right? It's always something.
Not sure why it did that. So let's see if we can fix it here before. What's up? What's up with your Red Sox? Why can't they seem to play well against the White Sox? 2 years in a row now.
I don't know. A lot of people this year are blaming it. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but did you see the Red Sox jinx this year that the announcers jinxed themselves? Basically, the Red Sox announcers, I think it was on Thursday, said basically the White Sox invent ways to lose.
Oh, no.
And troll the White Sox. And then the day after that 11-1 beatdown.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Bam is here. Bam says it is in Philly. So the matchup with the Giants is in Philly. So, all right, let's see if we can fix this. Let's see if we can fix this power ranking system. It's good on this side, but it's not good on this side. Why not? So let me fix this here real quick, Fitzy. Sorry, buddy.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? There we go. Got it.
Yay.
All right, let's keep going through it here. Yeah, Baltimore, what's up? I haven't hung out with Birdwatcher much. I don't know what's going on with the O's. What's up with Baltimore? They're in your division, so maybe you have a little bit better understanding what's up over there.
I guess their pitching sucks. Really, from what I've seen, they have quite a bit of pitching injuries, but other than that, I have really no idea what's going on with them.
Yeah.
I think they won yesterday, but
so let's keep going here. 22. The Marlins, they were number 17 last week, so they've fallen as well. But 7-7, of course, power rankings not based on wins and losses alone, so that's why they're down here. Offense, they're struggling, but they're putting up a good series with Washington there. They played the Mets 6 times. They've beaten the Mets twice. And a good series with Washington going on here. Struggling pitching-wise, and that's going to get worse because they're going to trade some of their pitchers away here towards the deadline. But their offense is fine, 12th in average. They're getting on base, stealing bases, just not hitting home runs, and that's what's keeping the runs down as well, 20th in runs. So they have to go to Arizona and then Philly, so that'll be a tough matchup for them. Do you guys play? I know there's always inter-squad games. Do you guys know if you play the Marlins?
We do. It's at Fenway.
Oh,
but I can't remember when.
Got you. Number 20 is the Washington Nationals, up 6 spots from last week, 27th. They're 6-8 on the year, playing much better here. And another one with Miami, and then 4 against Pittsburgh and Colorado series. So, Washington, I expect coming into the year, I expected Washington to be about a 500 team. I do have a guy in my chat that hangs out during the Mets streams that's saying Washington's going to the playoffs. But last year, it took 89 wins to get into the playoffs. I do not see Washington winning that many games. I'll give them low 80s. I'll give them that 80, 81, 82. But yeah, they're not winning close to 90 games.
No, they're not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Especially that pitching. 24th in ERA, 19th in runs allowed, 25th in hits, 18th in home runs. So
no.
Let's look as we'll wait to see if anybody else puts anything in the chat here. The Rockies at 30, Minnesota at 29, Pittsburgh at 28, same spot they were last week. Atlanta up a couple spots. Atlanta's the team I said last week that even though they started 0-7, they're going to be in the playoff hunt at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Once they get their guys back, they'll be fine. The White Sox right now, 26th. They'll be lower than this. They'll be them in Colorado will be fighting for that last spot. 25. The A's. That ballpark is horrendous.
Is it horrendous, like ugly, like style wise, or what? I have not seen it yet.
I don't know. There's no foul territory. I don't know. It's just. I mean, it's probably nice for a minor league stadium, but
not good for an MLB.
Right. Number 24, Kansas City. This team's surprising me. I mean, 7-8 on the year. I expected the Royals to be in contention for that division. I know it's only 15 games in, but not off to a good start here. And I'm not sure if you were listening in. They have one more with the Guardians, then 3 with the Yankees, and 3 with Detroit coming up. That might even be a 4-game series there against Detroit. So,
is the 17th a Thursday? I think it is.
The 17th is a Thursday. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's probably a 4-game series then.
Those Orioles coming in at number 23. I don't know. They need help pitching wise. Their offense is going to be fine, but their pitching is not good. For a team that a lot of people thought were going to fight for that division, I don't think so. I think they're right now they would be 4th. Maybe. Tampa Bay might be ahead of them.
That could be a possibility right now.
Yeah. Number 22 is the Marlins. The Marlins will fall off eventually here because they will start trading some pieces away. It's just a matter of time. I think a guy like Alcantara, they'll wait until the trading deadline just because they'll get the most for him there.
Yeah.
But then they're also taking the risk that he might get hurt. So unless somebody blows them out of the water with an offer, they'll wait. But then the Nationals here, I expect the Nationals to keep improving here. They'll be in the top 18, somewhere in that range. Coming up to number 20, the St. Louis Cardinals right now struggling. I believe they got off to a pretty decent start. Yeah, look, they started off 3-1, and now they're 6-8. So good offensively, 2nd in average, 5th in runs, 2nd in hits, but not hitting the long ball, 12th there.
Yeah.
But not pitching well. 28th in ERA, 27th in runs allowed. Not striking out many batters either. 27th there. One more with the Phillies today. Then they got 3 with Houston and 4 with the Mets. So that series with the Mets is in New York.
I can say all this here with St. Louis is true because in the series against Boston, they were hitting the ball lights out like every inning, but they were giving up like 5 runs per inning every game. It felt
Caps is here. What's up, buddy?
Caps.
Yeah, what happened in that series? It was in Fenway, right?
Yeah, we swept the one game. We won 13-9, and the one game that you slept through.
It rained out. The one game got rained out.
Yeah.
And then the first game of the doubleheader, they walked it off, right?
Yeah, and then the next game, they won 18-7.
Wow.
So their pitching just stinks.
So you can beat the Cardinals 18-7, but you can't beat the White Sox.
That's the beauty of the sport.
Yep. Then coming in here, the Astros. The Mets started off with the Astros there, so I'm glad we're done with them. But they're improving up from 25 last week to 19 this week. Still bottom tier on offense, but very good on the pitching side. 12th in ERA, but in the top 10 everywhere else, including first in fewest hits allowed and first in strikeout. So their pitching has come around. But then they have one with the Angels, 3 with the Cardinals, and then the Padres. So a tough couple series coming up for the Astros. The Tampa Bay Rays, another team in your division, Fitzy, from 11th last week to 18th this week. You guys have a 3-game series with them coming up. Is that in Tampa or is that in Boston?
I think that's in Tampa. Yeah, it's in Tampa Bay. So
It's
the first time I get to see that ballpark of theirs.
Nice. And then the Rays play the Yankees as well. Doing okay average-wise, getting on base there with a 264 average, but not getting the run. Once again, it looks like they could use a power hitter. Only 12 home runs on the year in 14 games. So pitching, they're kind of all over the place here. 9th, 11th, 13th, 29th in home runs allowed. Let me double check that. Is that right? 29th. Yes. So the more home runs you give up, the higher, the lower ranked you are. Yep. So that's right. So giving up a ton of home runs. They've given up 24 and they've only hit 12. It's not a good ratio there. The Seattle Mariners, another team right now, 1 game under 500, but they're up 9 spots from last week. Well, let's fix that. They're batting .210. Let's fix that. 25th in average, so struggling there. 16th in runs, but 6th in home runs. So must be hitting a lot of solo shots, stealing a lot of bases. But doesn't look like getting too many runs because they're 16th in total runs. So pitching's okay, decent, top 15 most, giving up a lot of hits though. One more with Texas before a day off, and then facing the Reds and the Blue Jays. Mariners, you guys haven't played the Mariners yet, have you?
We have not played the Mariners yet.
Here's your Boston Red Sox 50 from 12th last week to 16 this week. 7-9 on the year. Let me fix this. Also, they're betting 250 on the year, which is 25th. Scoring lots of runs, 6 there, 3rd in hits, not hitting the long ball. What's the reason for that? Any of your one of your power hitters? I know you lost Tyler O'Neill from last year. He was one of your power hitters, but just not hitting home runs.
I guess not. I guess people are going to blame the cold from the Fenway series back with Toronto. I believe, if I remember correctly, they have not hit a home run since the St. Louis series back on Sunday. But Bregman's been a little cold after winning AL Player of the Week. Devers, he's been hitting, but he hasn't been hitting homers. And nobody else really in the lineup has been hitting for power either. So,
and your pitching struggling. 15th in ERA, so in the middle of the pack there, but runs close to last, 26th, giving up a ton of hits. 4th, not giving up home runs though, but not striking people out either. Is it for your Red Sox? Has it been the starters or has it been the bullpen that struggled the most?
A mixture of both. Mostly the bullpen, but then when you get to like the 3, 4, 5 guys, like Newcomb's been absolutely trash. Buehler started off slow, but some of the guys in the bullpen, like probably most of that's Cooper Criswell, Winkowski. Kind of forgetting his name right now. Wilson's been bad. Mostly the bullpen.
Gotcha. So you got one more with the Sox today. Hopefully you can scrape out a win there. Then 3 with the Rays before a day off, and then you're back home for the White Sox again in Fenway. Hopefully they can get things figured out against these White Sox.
Jeez, hope so.
Cap says, I thought Boston was one of the favorites for the American League East. That's the problem. Honestly, I could see any of the 5 teams winning that division.
Yeah, I said before they acquired Bregman, they got all the pieces they needed. They were like, I thought 85, 86 win team, but when they acquired Bregman, they're one of the teams to win that division. And right now, I know, what is it, 16 games in? I'm not panicking yet, but if they lose this series with the Rays and say lose 3 out of 4 against Chicago, I'm gonna be a little bit worried. Be a little worried.
All right, so let's keep going here. Top 15 here. The Texas Rangers right now down 7 spots from last week. They were 8th last week. Now dropping here. I'm not sure. Don't follow the Rangers enough to know what's going on with them. But yeah, not hitting. 24th in average, 24th in runs, 23rd in hits, hitting a lot of home runs, and stealing a lot of bases. But not getting those runners in. 16th pitching wise, middle of the road, 16th in ERA, 16th in runs, 13th in hits, 8th in home runs allowed, and 17th in strikeout. So it's a pretty good team ERA at 3.95. Yeah, Cap said still early though.
Yeah, very early.
Yeah. Texas has got 1 more with Seattle, then 3 with the Angels, and 3-game series with the Dodgers as well. So let's took 20 through 19. The Cardinals, I expect the Cardinals to improve. They'll be in the top 15. Astros will keep improving. Tampa Bay, I don't know. They're weird. I don't know.
They might stay right there,
if
I had to guess.
Seattle, I expect Seattle to improve. I think Seattle will be about 10 through 15. That's where I think Seattle will be.
Yeah.
16, I expect your Red Sox to improve. They'll be close. I think the Red Sox will be close to that 8 to 11, 12 range by the end of the season. That's what I think.
I would think so.
Number 15, Texas. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about Texas. They're not at 6 right now. They're 3 games over 500. They've been outscored by 17 runs, even though they're 9. Oh my goodness! They must have got blown out in a few games.
They probably have.
That's ridiculous. Let's keep going here. Number 14, the Reds up 4 spots from number 18 last week. 7 and 8 on the year. Oops. They're batting 200, so not getting on base there. So it must be their pitching. Yep, 3rd in ERA, 6th in runs allowed, 3rd in hits allowed. So they got 1 more. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's very disappointing. I expected a lot out of the Pirates this year, and it just doesn't look like they can get it figured out. But
they never.
Go ahead.
They just never do.
Yeah.
I never expect too much from them anymore.
The Reds have day off then tomorrow, then 3 with Seattle, and a 3-game series with Baltimore as well. Let's keep climbing towards the top 10 here. Number 13, up 11 spots, the Milwaukee Brewers. 7 and 3 over their last 10. So this is a team, even though I expected them to be, I don't want to say bad, but I don't expect them to compete for that division this year. And here they are, 7 and 3 over their last 10, up to number 13 already. Hitting well, top 10 in most of the categories, but not pitching well. So we'll see if that improves. If not, I don't think their hitting is going to be able to carry them. They got 1 more with Arizona, then a tough matchup with Detroit before facing the A's. I got to come up with a way to see if it's home or away. That would be nice to know.
I think that Milwaukee series in Detroit, I think that's in Milwaukee. Hold on, I got the MLB app open. I can look.
I mean, I can come up with a way to put that on here.
Yeah.
I'll work on that here. But let's keep going towards the top 10 here. Number 12, the Toronto Blue Jays. My Mets sweep the Blue Jays, and then they give you guys. Did you guys split that series with Toronto?
We lost 3 out of 4.
Oh, you lost 3 out of 4. So they started after getting swept by the Mets. They give Vladdy his new contract, and all of a sudden they're starting to hit here. They got 1 more with Baltimore, then they got 3 with Atlanta and 3 with Seattle. So some tough matchups for them. But they're hitting 258 average, but not scoring runs. But they have a winning record. So you take out that Mets series, there'd be 8-4.
Yeah.
So they're playing well, pitching well, top 10 in almost every category, giving up a lot of home runs, so that's not good. Then the Guardians here at 8-6. This is a team I expect to be a 500 team this year as well. The big drop off, but never go by what I say with the Guardians, because when you expect them to be, like you said, I forget you said it in the 1 week in the chat. When you expect the Guardians to be good, they're not. When you expect them to be bad, they're good. So,
yep, it's pretty much how it goes.
Yep, up 11 spots this week. So we'll keep looking here. Let's look through 15. Rangers, Reds, Brewers, Toronto, and Guardians. I don't expect any of those teams to finish in the top 10 this year.
I wouldn't.
No. So let's keep going here. Arizona in the top 10. That's where they were last week as well. Hitting very well, 6th in average, top 10 in runs, hits, and home runs. Not stealing many bases. But not pitching very well either. Bottom tier, most of the categories. 1 more with Milwaukee before a day off, and then a series with Miami, and then a 3-game series with the Cubs. That'll be good. Well, it'll be interesting to see where the Cubs are, because it does factor in run differential. And I don't know if the Cubs beat the Dodgers last night, 16-0.
I was still shocked by that.
I'm like, what? Oh, so let's keep going towards the top 5 here. Coming in at number 9, the Angels right now, 9-5. I'm not sure what is up with the Angels. I did not expect them to be here. 13th last week, 9 this week. Middle of the pack in most offensive categories. Bottom to half in pitching, but yet they're 9th. 1 more with the Astros, 3 with Texas, and 3 with San Francisco. So we'll see. Tough matchups coming up for them. That is a nice ballpark, Fitzy. Have you ever watched the game? Well, your Red Sox definitely go out to play the Angels, but that's a nice ballpark they got there in LA.
Oh, it is.
Yankees down 4 spots from last week, from 4 to 8. Still 8-6 on the year though. Top 5 in a lot of categories here. Average, runs, 6th in hits, 2nd in home runs, 13th. And I should check. I wonder who's 1st in home runs. If it's not the Yankees now, I can check that. That
please
here.
do. It's probably the Dodgers,
or maybe the Cubs.
Oh, it could be the Cubs.
Home runs. All right, we haven't gotten to them yet, so we'll find out who the number 1 team is here. The number 1 home run team. We'll keep an eye on that. So the Yankees, 1 more with San Francisco, 3 with Kansas City, 4 with Tampa. So let's see. Hope Kansas City can start getting hot. Hopefully the Rays. I wonder if that one's at George Steinbrenner Field.
It probably is. It more than likely is.
And here it is. Down 6 spots from number 1 last week to number 7 this week. The Dodgers right now not hitting, batting .226 as a team. Still scoring runs. They're 7th. 12th in hits. 1st in home runs. Not stealing any bases, but pitching is struggling. 14th in ERA, 20th in runs allowed, 18th in hits allowed. even though they are not giving up too many home runs and striking out a lot of people. They got one more with the Cubs, then a series with Colorado. So Dodgers will get things figured out. Dodgers at one point were, that's why they were number one.
They were
undefeated. 6-0. They were 6-0, and now they're 5-5 over their last 10.
Yikes!
So let's keep going to number 5 here. Coming in at number 6, my Mets. Even though they lost yesterday, up one spot, still not hitting. Batting 208 as a team. The only guy really hitting on the team is Alonso.
Yikes!
And they keep walking Soto to get to him. And he hurts teams all the time. Yesterday, he didn't have a good game, though. Yesterday, I believe 0 for 5 yesterday, but there was a matter of time before he started cooling off. But pitching, I mean, first in ERA, first in fewest runs allowed, first in home runs given up, 7th in strikeouts, 7th in hits, 6th in strikeouts. They got 4 with the A's today, then 3 with Minnesota, who's struggling, then a good series back home with the Cardinals for 4. So Mets and Cardinals, always tough matchups. They used to play each other a lot in the playoffs. So that'll be a good series to see. At least it's home. So let's see here. 6 through 10. Arizona will stay in this range. The Angels, I don't expect to stay in this range. The Yankees will be fighting for the top 5, definitely. The Dodgers for the top 5. The Mets, I think this is high for the Mets. I think they'll fall back. Maybe top 10, definitely top 12.
Oh, yeah.
But then coming up to number 5, the Philadelphia Phillies right now, 9-5 as well. They're in the middle of the pack there offensively. But pitching well, 5th in ERA, 3rd in homers. They have a series with the Mets coming up. Let's see here. The Mets have to play the Twins, the Cardinals, and then the Phillies.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep.
I don't think we don't play the Phillies until like the second half. I think our second half starts off with like the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Dodgers in back series.
Ooh. That one's tough. But the Phillies, St. Louis, they finish up against St. Louis. Then they got 4 against San Francisco, 3 against Miami. Yikes. Somebody said it up here before where I asked for that. It's in Philly. Because we asked earlier about that San Francisco series. But yeah, let's keep going up towards number 1 here. Number 3, the Tigers have gotten hot. 8-2 over their last 10. Top 10 in almost every offensive category except stolen bases. Top 10 in pitching as well. Hey, C. Lee is here. What's that? Vomit face? What is that?
It's a shocked face.
Oh, let's fix this. The Twins logo is not centered right.
Big enough.
Then they got Milwaukee and Kansas City. So we'll keep an eye on the Tigers. They got hot at the end of last year to get into the playoffs. Started off 1-3 this year, and now 9-5 over their last 10.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let me look at the poll here real quick to see. 7 votes in the poll on who will be number 1 this week. Philly had the lowest at 14%. Then the other 3 teams tied: the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants, all at 29%. So we know it's not the Dodgers. Coming in at number 3, the Chicago Cubs, up 3 spots, 10-7 on the year. Now that big 16-0 shutout yesterday is factored in. C. Lee picked the Dodgers.
I would have picked the Dodgers just looking at the poll.
Let's come back over here so I can see Fitzy. There we go. But yeah, the Cubs, 1 more with the Dodgers. Then they got 3 with San Diego, a day off, and then Arizona. So a tough tough matchup there for the Cubs. Struggling not offensively, pitching wise, because offensively they're first in runs, first in hits, fourth in home runs, first in stolen bases, sixth in average. But their pitching's where it's at. But when you win a game 16-0, that's going to bloat your numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on the Cubs. I expect them to fall a little bit. Again, definitely like the Mets, top 12, top 15 team. And so coming in at number 2, the same as last week, the San Francisco Giants, currently sitting at 10-4. This surprises me. I don't know if they're really this good. We'll see. One more with the Yankees, 4 against the Phillies, and then a 3-game set with the Angels. Pitching well right now. That's what's helping them. 4th in almost every category, 8th in hits, 14th in strikeouts. Just not hitting very well. But hey, as long like the Mets, not hitting very well, but winning ball games at the moment. So
yeah.
See, Lee says the Giants are hot. So this week's number 1 team, Fitzy, is the San Diego Padres. Up 2 spots from number 3 last week. 12-3 on the season. One more with the Rockies. 3 with the Cubs. That'll be a good series. Then 3 with the Astros as well. I know I hate playing the Padres. They always even if it's in the regular season or in the postseason, they always find a way to beat my Mets. So, and they're in a tough division out there. So, now, the top 3 teams in that division. Actually, where was Arizona? Do you remember?
Weren't they like 10?
10. So 4 out of the 5 teams in that division in 2 weeks into the year, 3 weeks into the year almost, are in the top 10 in baseball right now.
Jeez.
So that'll change once they have to. Maybe they haven't started playing each other yet.
We don't play the I don't know when we play the Padres, but I know we play them in San Diego this year.
See, these kids, he doesn't see the Padres keeping this up. I don't know. Pitching very well right now. Second, 4th, and 8th. Hit offensively all over the place. Best average in the majors. But not hitting home runs, 15th there. Stealing bases, but only 11th in runs. So,
and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Padres are one of those teams who barely did anything in the offseason, and look at them.
Correct.
What's going on here?
Where are the Astros? I forget where I had the Astros.
They were like 20-something. Like 22 or something, I think.
Were they worse than that?
I don't think they were worse.
I don't have the list in front of me right now. Oh, 19th. They were up 6 spots.
19th. There's your answer.
So sitting at number 19 right now. So
Sealy, they're not using the trash cans.
They're not using the trash cans. So good stuff, Bitsy. Thanks for hopping in. Tribe is here. What's up, Tribe? So good stuff, Fitzy. What do you got coming up on your channel this week?
Well, apparently against the World Series champion Chicago White Sox, but I got them today. The Rays Monday through Wednesday, nothing on Thursday, and then 3 out of 4 against the White Sox again.
Wow,
that's gonna be what?
Well, I said wow. It's 3. It's 4. It's another 4-game set with the White Sox.
This series right now that we're playing in, it's a 3-game series. And then next weekend, it's a 4-game series.
4-game series in Boston. I am streaming today. Yes, the Mets and A's play at 4 o'clock, and I'm streaming right now. What do you mean?
I think he was just meaning the
No,
Met.
I know what he meant. Yeah. I got the Mets and A's at 4:00. Fitzy, what do you got today?
Red Sox and White Sox. What time was the game again? 2:00.
2:00. So
2:05.
check out Thomas Fitzpatrick's channel as well. So good stuff, Fitzy.
I'll try to make
He
it.
says I'll try to make it.
He's gonna be in the shower.
I'm gonna start keeping attendance.
He's gonna be pulling hair out of that shower drain.
So good stuff. Yeah, we'll definitely do. I'll definitely be doing these every week. There is a week where the Mets and Cubs, I believe it's the Mets and Cubs, play at like 11:30 on a Sunday morning. So that week I won't do power rankings, but he said what hair?
Well, look at your profile picture. Look at all that hair. Not as long. I'm trying to think if the Sox have an 11:30 game this year. Can't remember what.
Yeah, those are the Roku games, I believe, right?
They have an 11:05 game on a Thursday, but that's it. That's July 4th.
Patriots. Oh, no, it's July 4th.
Yeah, but they also have the Patriots Day game too.
Yeah.
I think it's earlier on July 4th because we're playing Washington. In Washington.
Oh, in Washington. Wow.
So,
yeah. Well, there's always that's the one we watch every year, the fireworks and the concert down in Washington, D.C. with the bands and stuff. So,
yeah. So that should be interesting.
Yeah. So good stuff, Fitzy. Thanks for hopping in again. Anybody that is watching the stream, when I end, it's going to ask you if you want to redirect over to Rising Rhino. Rising Rhino's doing the UFL right now. So tell them PAS sent you over, and we'll see everybody this afternoon for Mets and A's.